Hey guys, Dana here. So for today's video, I'm going to be combining some things. Um, I, I've realized that I've just actually got a lot of new books, and I haven't done a book haul in a while. So I thought that today I would do. There is a really loud car going by. It's a truck. Okay. Anyways, I decided that today I'm going to be doing a book haul, and then after I do the book haul in the same video, I am going to be doing my August wrap up and my September TBR. So it's going to be kind of a long video, so without further ado, let's get started. So recently I went to Barnes & Noble. Actually, I don't have a Barnes & Noble where I live, so I actually have to travel to America to go to a Barnes & Noble. But at Barnes & Noble they have this little section, they have their classics section, and they were having a sale on their classics, and they had like huge, you'll have huge books of classics and like bind-ups for $8 each. So you damn right I took advantage of that. So I can't remember if I showed you the first two in a different video, but I'm going to show them again just in case, because I got them at two separate times, but then they had the sale again, and I was like, let's do it. The first one I got is an Edgar, like you can see how big these are. This is an Edgar Allan Poe Complete Tales and Poems, so it has like a bunch of his poems and short stories and everything, and it's, oh my god, it's huge and it's so pretty. Like, look at it. It's so pretty, and I'm so excited to get to this one. So there's that, and then I also have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne, and this includes 5 Weeks in a Balloon, A Journey to the Center of the Earth, From the Earth to the Moon, Round the Moon, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Around the World in 80 Days. So I'm pumped. I'm not even gonna lie that what made me want to read all of Jules Verne's work was Journey to the Center of the Earth with Josh Hutcherson. Let's do it. But anyway, my phone. Dang it! Why does this always come interrupting me? God, Auntie. My Auntie, caller ID. Okay. Okay, so after Jules Verne, love Jules Verne, I have Jane Austen bind-up. So this includes Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Emma, and Persuasion. So I've actually never read anything by Jane Austen, but we did. Obviously, I was in literary English, and we learned a lot about her, and I parodied Jane Austen in a Brooklyn Nine-Nine parody. It was like Jane Austen as Amy Santiago. I did that for my literary English class. It was amazing, but I've actually never read anything of hers, so now I got 4 things to read of hers. After that, I got Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights by Charlotte Bronte and Emily Bronte. Or Bronte, there's accents. I don't understand accents. So, just saying, got Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights. So these are obviously both very, very well-known classics, and I haven't read either of them. So all of these that I'm showing you, I've never read. I've never read any of these, but I was like, you know what? They're only $8. They're all absolutely beautiful. Like, look at, oh, that one's really pretty. Like, they're all absolutely beautiful, so why not? And I just feel like really good about myself for having these in my library now. And I got Tales from the Arabian Nights, and it was translated by Sir Richard Francis Burton. This includes Sinbad the Sailor, Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp, The Tale of the Enchanted Horse, Prince Ahmed and the Fairy Peri Banu, The Tale of the Fisherman, and the Genie. So I'm excited about this. And this, like, look at how pretty. These are all so gorgeous, and I love them. And then I have Classic Works by F. Scott Fitzgerald. So these it includes 2 novels, This Side of Paradise and The Beautiful and Damned, and then 19 stories from Flappers and the Philosophers and Tales of the Jazz Age. So once again, I've never read any F. Scott Fitzgerald, actually. I haven't even read The Great Gatsby, and I'm actually super surprised that The Great Gatsby is not included in this, but I guess I'm gonna have to buy that some other time, right? And then I have Tarzan of the Apes, which, if you guys saw that, they just made a live-action Tarzan movie, and it was awesome. But this one's by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And this is the first 3 novels of Tarzan. So this is Tarzan of the Apes, The Return of Tarzan, and The Beasts of Tarzan. So I'm excited. I've actually never, I don't think I've even seen the Disney movie Tarzan, but I just kind of wanted to go see the live action, and I loved it, and now I want to read it, so let's do it. And the last one that I got from my Barnes & Noble haul was, you saw this if you watched one of my previous videos like 2 weeks ago, I think, is Dracula by Bram Stoker. And I read this through school, and I didn't have my own copy, so I wanted to buy this, and I bought it, and it's so beautiful, and like, it's gonna look so nice on my shelf, and I'm gonna reread it, but this is a really, really nice copy. And then recently I just went to another bookstore, and I got 2 books. I wasn't there for anything, but I'm like, you know. And I found After You by Jojo Moyes. So for those of you who don't know, this is the sequel to Me Before You. There's a sequel, and I'm super excited because I love Me Before You, so I have to read this one. So I'm super, super pumped for that. And then, I shouldn't have thrown it. And then, actually, I've been wanting to get this book for a while, and I just, like, haven't, but it was, like, 40% off where I was. So, and that is Modern Romance by Aziz Ansari. So, for those of you who don't know, he is actually Tom Haverford in Parks and Rec, and I love Parks and Rec. So, and I think he's so funny. So, I just thought that this would be a really cool read, and I've been wanting to read it for a while, so I bought it. So, that's the end of the book haul experience that I had. So now on to my wrap-up. Okay, when I say I only finished 2 books, that should be great, because it's the books that I finished, and the 2 books that I finished in the month of August was A Feast for Crows and A Dance with Dragons by George R.R. Martin. Okay, this one is like 978 pages, and this one is 1051 pages. So in reality, I read like 8 books this month, but really it was only 2 because they're freaking massive. But anyway, I finished it. I did it. I'm finally caught up. You don't know how excited I am that being caught up on the Game of Thrones. Like, George hasn't written another book yet. He's supposed to be writing 2 more, and I'm like, well, now I want them now, but they're not out yet, so what can you do, really? But, so I finally finished it. I'm so excited. Actually, this last week, all I did was watch the show. I'm caught up on the show now, too, and the show is, like, so different from the books, and I'm freaking out. But anyways, that's beside the point. I finished Game of Thrones. It's just like a milestone. Okay, I started reading Game of Thrones in like 10th grade. Okay, I think I started reading it, I think I like just turned 16. I was like, I'm gonna read Game of Thrones, and I'm 18 now, and I'm almost 19. Oh my god, I'm almost 19, and I just finished reading Game of Thrones. It took me like 3 years to read this series, but I'm done. Anyways, that's what I read in August, so I'm really proud. It's only 2 books, but I'm super proud. Anyways, okay, in the month of September, I plan on reading 4 books, but I only have 3 here for you, so let's get into that. Ooh, touch my computer. So the first book that I plan on reading in the month of September, I'm super excited about. I am 6 pages in right now, and that is The Martian by Andy Wheeler. Or Weir. Why did I say Wheeler? Andy Weir. And so I'm super excited about this one. For those of you who don't know, it's about this guy, Mark Watney, who is on a Mars mission with his rest of his crew, and and they all think he dies, and he gets like taken out in like a dust storm by a satellite, and they all think he's dead, but he's not, and they actually just leave him on Mars. So it's about him surviving on Mars. And I'm only 6 pages in, but the amount of science in this book is ridiculous, and I'm so pumped to read it. And then I have the next book that I plan on reading is Bittersweet, is United as One by Pittacus Lore. This is the seventh and final book in the Lorien Legacies series, so the I Am Number 4 series, and it's gonna be over, and I don't know how it ends. The last book ended at a cliffhanger, and the little thing is, they hunted us for our legacies, they are coming for you now too, they know you have powers, they fear how strong we can become together, we must prove them right, we can save this planet if we fight as one, we need your help, they started this war, we will end it. And this is the last book, it's so beautiful, and I'm gonna cry, I know it. I've been reading this book since grade 9, and I'm graduated, so let's do it. The third book that I plan on reading in the month of September, I've actually had for a while now. I think I've had it since Christmas, and the whole series is out. I haven't read it yet, and people are like, well, not people, no one's like mad at me that I haven't read it. I'm mad at myself that I haven't read it, and that is The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. And how can I call myself a Rick Riordan fan if I haven't read one of his complete series? So it's only 3 books, it's only a trilogy. This is the trilogy about the Egyptian gods, but like I got sucked into the Percy Jackson world. And I was like, Percy Jackson! And I'm like, Egyptian, but like Greek, you know? But like Egyptian's super cool too, but I was like just sucked into this Percy Jackson world, and then it was like, just kidding, Roman too. I'm like, oh my god! And then again! And now I'm back, and then I was like, oh, not Greek, not Roman, Norse, thank you, brain. So it was like, Norse mythology, and I was like, give it to me, and then just kidding, Apollo's point of view, and I'm like, yes, and then this book is like going like further and further back, but that was a journey. But I'm gonna read it. I'm excited to get it done. Who knows, maybe after I do this one, maybe I'll just be like, read the other 2. I have the other 2. I'll just like read them all, like binge read it, maybe, I don't know. But the 4th book I haven't picked out of my jar yet, so I decided that I want to have like 4 to be reads at all times, but I like to pick them with you guys. So all the books in my haul are also included in here, and all the books that I've had for like 5 years that I haven't read yet. So let's do it. I want, oh my god, I don't know, I'm so nervous. This one, which is, oh, I'm gonna say one thing, if it's a fantasy novel, I am putting that back in there, because I cannot handle a fantasy one right now. After Game of Thrones, I cannot immerse myself into another crazy fantasy world just yet, so it might be a little. This is, okay, this one's, it's Extras by Scott Westerfeld, and this is like, I guess, a spin-off from the Uglies trilogy, which I read. It was Uglies, Pretties, and Specials, and I read them all, and like Uglies was super good, and then Pretties was like, and then Specials was like, and I have Extras, and I'm like, I don't know if I want it. I'll read it, it's on my list, I'll read it. It might put me in a little bit of a slump, but I'll read it. So Extras. Oh, that kind of really bummed me out. I was like so like excited about pulling something out, and it's just anticlimactic. Anyways, so for my next video, I can't remember which book I am discussing. I forgot to look at it, but will be a book discussion next week. Actually, right after this, I'm going to film my writing vlog that I was supposed to do last week. Okay, here's the thing. I was doing it. I had it filmed, and I had it on the SD card, and then I got distracted by Game of Thrones, and I forgot to upload it, and then I forgot for like 3 days, and I was like, oh yeah, and I thought I like totally uploaded it, and I was like, just kidding, I didn't put it up, so I just thought I'd like remake it, and because stuff has changed, so that's what's gonna happen. I still have to edit that art video. I have a time lapse for you guys. I have to edit it. And I've just been watching Game of Thrones and rewatching Skins, and crying, and so hopefully soon, I'm just being ridiculous with it, but whatever. So that should be coming up next. Okay, that's all I have to say. Sorry about the long video. So please tell me what you thought of this video. Please comment below. I love hearing from you guys. And please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Tuesday. And I am Ardania, and thank you so much for watching.